Okay. Hello, everyone. This is David Perales, President, Chairman, Executive Director, Foundation for the Study of Cycles. This recording video magazine is a bit different from some of the other ones that you've seen me publish for some good reasons. For one thing, I announced the publication of the Foundation report for August. It is ready to go and will be starting to be delivered by email beginning next week. I'm going to show you a little bit about that. And also, we are now into our first round of funding, our pre-IPO launch, and we'll be discussing that. With me today, I have our Membership Director, Julio Chavez, our Director of New Business Development, Milton Kobus, our new Chief Operating Officer, COO Todd Sheldon, introduce him, and maybe introduce everyone to you guys and ladies who have not had the chance to know who we are and what we're doing here at FSC. Just as a few remarks, I started the FSC back up from a piece of paper granted to me by the state of Connecticut in May of 2005. So in May of 2015, I'll be celebrating my first decade in business as the Foundation for the Study of Cycles. During that 10 years, there's been a lot of changes, a lot of activity, a lot of innovation, and I'm very pleased to be able to announce that those of you who have been hearing me say since 2006 that my intention was to privatize the foundation and eventually have an IPO public offering, that those dreams have now become a reality. So part of the presentation today will be discussing how you may participate in my vision of the member-owned, member-driven Foundation for the Study of Cycles. First thing I want to do is introduce you a little bit to the new Foundation report. You'll be getting some emails about the new Foundation report if you're not yet subscribed. Of course, all the full access pass members have access to the Foundation report during the 10-year of their full access, whether it's through 2015, 2016, 2018, or lifetime. But let's take a little look at sneak preview at what the Foundation report looks like now. The Foundation report was first published as Cycle Projections magazine in 1993 by the Foundation. The copyright ID is down here, CSN 0093894. With my advent of the Barydyne Group Planetary Momentum Studies, I've decided to upgrade the Foundation report, or the Cycles Projection magazine, to what I'm now calling Cycles Projection, or just for short, the Foundation report. In these issues, you will enjoy not only cycle projections, but planetary momentum studies based on the assets that the Barydyne Trading Group is studying and currently actually making trades on the planetary work. So just to give you a little preview, this is the cover. The Foundation's publication staff, editors include Barry McHale, who's a volunteer from our membership. He's in Mexico. Terrence O'Neill from Seattle is the broker, a very strong supporter of FSC and the Barydyne and Cycles research trading groups. Of course, Marian Gutsa, who is our Romanian data specialist, who's in charge of the data that's put into the Foundation report, and of course myself. And we are providing commentary on the Barydyne main assets of a group of 15 assets. We're providing commentary on those assets. The asset study catalog includes Barydyne main assets such as stocks, indexes, fixed income styles, sectors, and this is a catalog of the assets that are surveyed in this fairly extensive projection issue. We have, of course, the main Barydyne 15 assets. These are cash assets. And we have stocks represented by this group here. We have indexes represented by this group here. And we have fixed equities represented by the T-bonds and the T-bond ETF. We are also surveying these styles from large cap growth to small cap to emerging markets, and these sectors all the way down through materials technology and the REIT. So the Barydyne main assets are as follows. These are the ones that since September 27, 2012, Barydyne has been studying and the Traders Group has been trading. And basically what you're going to get, just as a preview, is a picture of the planetary momentum projection, which is the same as what's on Trading Planets, the website, your membership to Trading Planets. And incidentally, the name of Trading Planets has been planned tentatively to be changed to a more appropriate name, I feel, which is Timing Planets, because essentially the timing of the trades is the most important thing. So I decided to probably use that name, Timing Planets. I think it's a lot more illustrative of what we're doing with this website. But anyway, that's this projection here that you see in these colored lines is strictly planetary projection, no cycles. And this is the cycle projection based on an internal tool, which is RetroTech, which is the resurrection of Dewey's original algorithm, which is available to the members in Tech Signal 7. So basically, we would have a commentary on the different assets. And here again is the S&P projection planetary momentum study with its projection, the S&P cycles projection, and commentary, and so forth. So T-bonds, you notice how sometimes it seems the cycles projections do fit the planetary, and they should, because I believe I've been able to show Dewey's cycles are based on planetary momentum. That's the purpose of Barydyne. So anyway, a little sneak preview. These issues will be released sometime in the first part of next week. Just to give an introduction to what we're doing now, a lot of you have heard this story for many, many years. I took over this foundation, started asking myself, like any new company, to me a new company, what business are we in? Well, we're in the business of prediction. At that time, which is like 2006, 2007, the phrase occurred to me of predictive analytics. I thought, well, we're in the predictive analytics market. That's our marketplace. So I went hurriedly into Google at that time and the other search engines that were around, like Excite and so on. Some of you remember the older search engines, AOL. Looked up predictive analytics and found all of about 1,200. I still got this page saved. 1,200 references to predictive analytics. I thought, great, people haven't even heard of this yet. And it's true they hadn't. Back in 2006, 2007, predictive analytics took about 1,200 pages. Well, today, predictive analytics in Google has over 10 million results. It's one of the hottest items on the internet for businesses. Predictive analytics covers everything from marketing to websites to police protection to fraud detection. It's for the first time in human history, because of the availability of data, people are getting the idea that, hey, maybe we can use data to predict. Okay, well, you guys have been with the foundation for a while. This is why I put up this website, Project Prometheus. Know that Dewey, his first book, which was Cycles of Science of Prediction, 1947, over 70 years ago, was talking about the science of predictive analytics. In a very real sense, our foundation is the grandfather of all predictive sciences out there. The problem is they forgot who we were and who we are. That's what I've been working on bringing back for the past decade. Now, what's different between us and everything else out there? Very simply this. Every other predictive analytics tool that's on the marketplace, and you can go into here and look at some of the top 15 softwares available. Here, for example, the top 15 predictive analytics software. And we've researched this internally. All these softwares, from IBM software to SPSS, all these different softwares are based on taking a time series of data of some kind, and somehow, and here's the top 15, SAS, IBM Predictive, SAP, Rapid Miner, Statistica, FICO, of course, for credit scores, Oracle Data Mining, okay, MATLAB, Minitab, Mathematica. But these guys all take the data and manipulate it mathematically and attempt to use the data itself to predict, okay? What's different with us? Well, starting back in 1941, Dewey was talking about natural laws that ran events. The first book that many of you remember maybe is not Dewey's Science of Prediction, 47, but most everyone knows about cycles, the mysterious forces that trigger events. Dewey came to the conclusion that something out there was driving these cyclic phenomena, recurring phenomena, that he called cycles. So we are the only company that is positioning our products to use natural law to explain the data, understand the data, analyze the data, and predict the data, as opposed to using the data itself to predict the data. This gives us a tremendous edge in this marketplace of predictive analytics, and we're going to start, of course, with the trading marketplace, with the trader, the investor. Why? Because we've been studying trading for 70 years. When Dewey first started, he wanted to study earthquakes. He wanted to study suicides in France. He wanted to study the rhythms of a moth. He wanted to study, as a matter of fact, we have over 6,000 cycles Dewey catalog. But the only people that have real interest in supporting the work eventually became traders and investors. Witness names like Paul Tudor Jones, who sponsored the foundation with Peter Borish for 10 years. Fidelity Funds, who sponsored us in the 70s. Goldman Sachs, who purchased our software in the 80s. W. Clement Stone, a great philanthropist, who used us to help him build his empire of insurance companies. The cycles of insurance and banking back in the 60s. So the financial people have always supported the foundation's work. And most of you here are traders or investors. So we're about to talk about a potential trade or an investment that might be one of the best trades or investments you will ever make. But Project Prometheus, I put this website up to pretty much announce us, to re-announce us to the world, and to claim our place, what I call our inheritance from Edward Dewey, as being the preeminent predictive analytics algorithm and the preeminent predictive analytics company on the planet. So I'm really excited. This is starting to come to fruition. The vision I saw 10 years ago, when I finally got the idea what cycles was about, how it fit with my planetary work that worked on since the 70s, and how everything started to fit together like pieces of a puzzle. We went through Project Firebird, if you guys remember that, and Project Zarathustra, and now we're into Project Prometheus, because the concept of bringing to the planet and predictive analytics of planetary momentum and cycles is truly Promethean. They got to rewrite a lot of textbooks if we have what we believe we have. So the predictive analytics marketplace is opening up. Those of you who know about our member lodge, this is open to the public now, been reorganized. It's very easy if you log in as a paid member or a free member to find your premium services or find your free services. And for the outside people that don't know much about us, our projects have been listed here with our accomplishments, our publications of our birth and history. We have a tradition and we have a pedigree to be proud of. We're some of the most famous people on the planet have at one time or another been members of the Foundation for the Study of Cycles. I've named only a few. But our very first member of the Foundation for the Study of Cycles, for those guys who are old enough to remember, was Senator Everett Dirksen from Wisconsin. He was our first member. Our first paid member Dewey accepted. Back in the day, before our membership started in the 60s, not in the 40s, the members of the Foundation were scientists. To be a member of the Foundation for Study of Cycles, you were a scientist studying cycles in your discipline. Well, there's a saying, there's nothing new, only what's been forgotten. Somewhere along the way, people forgot the cycles that Wesley Clair Mitchell established back in the 1920s when he set up the National Bureau of Economic Research, and then followed up with a partnership with Edward Dewey in the 40s to establish the Foundation for Study of Cycles. Somewhere along the way, people forgot about cycles. Some people didn't. When our President Obama was elected, I read his summary of his first speech given at a college. He came right out in the speech and said we must control these vicious cycles. He was talking about the economy. The government's aware of cycles. Our work was birthed in the government. The only difference is the National Bureau of Economic Research, set up by Wesley Clare Mitchell, looks squarely in the rearview mirror, and after a few years says, yep, we're in a recession, or yep, we're in a depression, or yes, we're in a boom area, or expansion. Okay? The reason Wesley Clare Mitchell teamed with Dewey is he wanted something to look ahead. Could we forecast using cycles? That's what it's all about. Okay? So the member lodge has been set up and it's functioning very well. And of course the Barydyne Group, which is strictly my planetary work, applied to cycles, with cycles, or without cycles, is its own group of traders in their own right, trading simply and only planetary signal, which you'll see in the foundation report. So that's a summary of what we've been doing, digitizing all the works of the foundation, all the cycles magazines. It's taken me 5, 6 years to get everything scanned, digitized, available for free or for download on the websites. It's been a big job. We've accomplished a lot in 10 years. I'm proud of all the people along the way that have been associated with us, as well as the people who continue to be associated with us, both as members and as staff and as volunteer staff. So I want to introduce just a few of these people to you to kick this off, to show where we're headed. This is what we've been and what we're doing now, and we'll talk a little bit now about where we're headed. The first person I'd like to introduce is Julio Chavez. Julio is based out of actually Palm Springs area, Los Angeles area, California. And Julio is our membership director and basically started in sales with us 3 years ago. He has a significant tenure of the 10 years I've been almost in business. He knows our business inside and out. So Julio, I'd like you to just introduce yourself there, but I'll mute myself, say a few words about who you are, if they've never heard of you, if they might have heard the voice on the phone, how you came to be with us a little bit, if you want, and where you see us going, and why you're excited about this recording we're doing for the members, okay? Go ahead, Jay.
Great. Well, like you guys just heard, my name's here is Julio Chavez. I'm the membership director here at the Foundation for the Study of Cycles. I spoke to many of you in the past. My job here is to make sure all of our members are up to date with the activities that the foundation is doing to make sure you're all receiving services that are best for your needs at the time. I implement programs, projects, and activities designed to increase and retain membership in the foundation. I maintain member lodge database and files and process all requests for transfers or membership upgrades. I personally talk to each member to instill confidence that the foundation is operated at its best. And I also provide sales and other applicable training for other of our membership specialists here. Use ideas from you guys as feedback, suggestions to continuously improve the services provided to our members. And I look forward to working with all of our members here to make sure you're all receiving the things you need to make you successful using our products and services. And that's pretty much it about me. I just look forward to working with all of you. And we're heading in a great track here. I've been here for 3 years, and we've done a great progress. And I believe where we're heading is going to benefit all of us, including the members mainly, more than anything. And that's all for me, really. I'm just happy to be here as your membership director.
Thank you, Julio. Terrific. Okay, next on the agenda is Milton Kobus. Milton came on board with us almost a year ago in September of 2013. And Milton's title and his function in the company is Director of New Business Development. So I brought this page up, Milton. You'll be able to talk a little bit about this also. The Foundation Alliance has been launched as a method of bringing in the lodge and from the outside people who have related industries, being able to more or less share the wealth with those people who partner with us in affiliate status. It's commission-based. The Foundation Alliance is commission-based. So Milton, I'll let you introduce yourself a little bit, how you came to be with us, what your vision is for our future growth, where we're headed, and most especially along the lines of your concept of your function as New Business Development Director. Okay? I'll mute myself. Go ahead, Milton.
Well, thanks, David, for that warm introduction. as a lot of you probably have heard me calling you about the Complete Trader or the Full Access Program, and of course now the Lifetime Access programs. I've been busy, obviously, speaking to most of you. My background, as I shared with you, I've got 20-some years experience in the technology space, primarily with enterprise, selling direct to end users, and then obviously selling to channel providers, and also to hosting companies that certainly would make a profit. So I have a lot of experience working with different channels and different groups. I got excited a year ago when David reached out to me and looked at the work in predictive analytics. My recent job before coming here, I was the VP of sales in a company that did business intelligence, okay, and we also did data security, and doing some research here with what David was doing was just phenomenal. The results that they're achieving in the Barydyne Traders Group with their successful trade recommendations has been astonishing. Nobody's on the globe is getting the type of results we're getting. I'm very excited here. My role right now is going to be creating new business opportunities, business development, looking at efforts globally, including the identification, the evaluation, pursuit, and execution. I'll be responsible for initiating channel development, which David alluded to with the Foundation Alliance, a billion opportunity. And if any of you are in a position where you can help promote the services that we offer here at the Foundation, you want to reach out to me. We want to work with you. My main efforts will be to be onboarding new distribution channels and then supporting them, but then also launching global marketing programs, okay, so basically to assist these channel partners to have a real business plan and be able to go out there and capture a huge amount of business. There's an enormous upside, as David said, and going back to the words, really our founder Dewey said that in every aspect, let's go after, let's do the pursuit of cycles to discover the benefits that can help all of mankind. And I really believe that the purpose here of the foundation is to do that. The generosity that David's creating the new L3C, where it'll be member-owned and member-driven for those that supported us, tells the direction of the purpose that we have. So I strongly believe in what we're doing. I've worked in a lot of different startups, and I can tell you with the team that we have, with the proposed execution, and with the intelligible proprietary data sets, algorithms, and the methodology that we have with the 70-some years, this is going to be one hell of an IPO coming out for us. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Milton. Now, I'll mute you there, Todd. Now, they say last but not least, I'm going to switch the desktop to you, Todd, in case you'd like to share some things. Let me introduce Todd Sheldon. You guys might remember about 6-8 months ago, I sent out a little email about looking for volunteers, and we got about 15, 16 people responded to that, and I got buried with other things and really didn't even contact too many people. I set up a little FSC staff Yahoo group for us, and along about 3 months ago, I get this email from Todd Sheldon. He's basically saying, hey, I want to help you. I want to help you do what I hear you say you're trying to do. And I started reading further, and I thought, Todd Sheldon, that name's familiar. I went back, and I'd been ignoring this guy for like 8 months, okay? Anyway, so he basically came to the phone and he said, David, I've done this, I've done this, I've done that. All right, just to give you a little summary of his LinkedIn, Mr. Sheldon's expertise for over 25 years has been acquisitions, post-acquisition integration, business planning, risk management, plan execution, intellectual property management, development, implementation of solid business strategies, including implementing policies, procedures, information security, leveraging existing infrastructure to ensure delivery of major business benefits. He's also been personally responsible for financing through commercial paper, private equity, and arranged for follow-on with local and international venture capitalists in the capacity as a C-level executive. Todd has an extensive knowledge of ISP, IT technology, investment banking, renewable energy, public sector. He's been a member of executive management team and director of many corporations, public and private. Has been global business experience, knowledgeable of all business processes and process engineering, and experience in acquisition and merger management. And he is also a trader. When he sent me his little bio, he said, I was on the floor when I was 16 when they were pushing ladders around, so I understand trading. I thought, how can I just ignore this guy? Anyway, so we had a discussion. I said, Todd, I can't afford you. Okay, there's no way I can afford you right now. He says, David, don't worry about it. I'll afford myself. Here's what I'm going to do. And hopefully someday I'll be able to listen back to this recording and the rest is history. All right? So without anything else other than that, I'm just going to introduce Todd Sheldon from the Vancouver, Canada area. He's a Canadian, and this is not unusual. The foundation would not be around if it weren't for Canadians, because our entire first board, if you research our website, was Canadian scientists, American scientists, and Canadian politicians and businessmen, including the governor of the Hudson's Bay Company, was on our very first board of directors of the Foundation of Study Cycles in 1941. So Todd, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself, let you introduce yourself, tell them what's going on with this, and he also has a special invitation for everyone listening to the recording at the end of his discussion here. So go ahead, Todd, you have the floor. If you'd like to share something, that'd be appropriate, so we don't have any blank white spaces on the video. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, David. Yeah, just again, quickly introduce myself, Todd Sheldon. I'm the current Chief Operations Officer at FSC, the Foundation for the Study of Cycles. As David had mentioned, I have more than 20 plus years of senior executive experience. I've served as Chief Executive Officer, President, Chief Operating Officer, and mid-cap, small, and startup companies, both in the public and private sector. I've been able to assist, I've had the opportunity to assist a lot of senior executives in identifying and analyzing new business opportunities where the key component here was leveraging technology to create value within the organization. Through my tenure, I've had lots of opportunities of working under famous individuals such as Bob Hunter, under the tutelage of Bob Hunter. That's when I first started my early years. And also as well, I had a technology company, I was the president and CEO of a technology called Trumpet Tech Group of Companies. We had a division which was Integrated Global Communications, which then went off, which was one of the first companies commercializing smart technology, which we coded Smart Sense, where we put packages together offering video teleconferencing, a lot of different types of services within these buildings, and running fiber optics into the office buildings. I led that company through the transition of an actual startup to an operational business, growing revenues more than 900% from the first year to the second year during this term. I was also president and chief operations officer of a technology company in the authentication arena, which was a multi-factor, two-way authentication solution that combined cognitive psychology with dynamic biometrics. So this company was successfully acquired by a large player in the UK in the authentication technology industry during last quarter of 2006. And what we're doing here today is with the company, we have an arm which is called FSC L3C, and we're doing a pre-IPO offer to accredited investors. The company is looking to move towards a public listing for raising capital for funding growth. Companies obviously experienced tremendous growth over the last few months. The company is also planning for the future, wishing to engage in possible acquisitions to further increase our revenues within the group of companies and to be able to sustain our future growth. And this will be done through a private placement stock issue. And I'll get into a lot of the details of what we're offering and how we're offering it, how it will affect current shareholders and the like moving forward. The time for our event is fast approaching. Again, I'm going to be sending out friendly reminders, and we're going to send this out to individuals about the details of the event. The Foundation for the Study of Cycles, Predictive Analytics for Financial Markets specifically, and an event with myself. It's going to be held on Wednesday, August 27th at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Coast Time or 4:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. In this webinar, you'll be given an opportunity to voice your opinions and the feedback on the direction of the foundation, as well as look at the opportunities that will affect you as a shareholder. There's a lot of members that are currently shareholders, and there's a lot that are looking to become a shareholder in our newly formed division and company moving forward. We have currently members worldwide and want your input, and we consider it very valuable. Moving forward, the benefits of this webinar, you'll have an opportunity to have any of these questions that you may have answered, as well as be informed of how this will impact you as a shareholder moving forward. If you're currently not a shareholder in our current round of funding, this will give you an opportunity to participate and have all the particulars forwarded to you of how you could participate and the different types of offerings that we are offering to individual members. Our funding will be in the form of convertible notes, debentures, convertible debentures, as well as equity positions in the company. This will be all explained in detail in this webinar moving forward. Again, I want to try to keep this short and sweet. As moving into this webinar, I will be going through a detailed presentation of a lot of the details David's explained earlier. Members that have been on our board, our current operational traction, current work that we're currently working on, some of the opportunities that we have coming down into the months of September, October, and November. This is working with existing groups, channels, which will significantly increase our membership levels. So again, that webinar will be important for anybody to attend that, again, wishes to participate, wishes to voice their opinions, to look at all the opportunities that will be provided within the foundation. And I look forward to seeing you at attending this webinar on this date coming very soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Todd. Now, I understand what I'll be sending out as a follow-up with this email and video will be an invitation to the webinar on August 27th. There is room for a maximum of about 90, 95 people because the room will hold 100 people. So if you'd like to attend, please make a reservation as soon as possible. And like Todd said, the purpose of that particular webinar is to explain your existing privileges and your potential future privileges as a shareholder and therefore operating member of the Foundation for the Study of Cycles. My vision was to privatize FSC and then to make it member-owned and member-driven and then take it public. And my timetable for those of you who have with me for a while was to have an IPO in 2015. When I first announced Project Zarathustra, if you remember the PDF that I sent out with the golden eggs, it was downloaded by a lot of people in Project Zarathustra. My target date written in that email, in that PDF, was 2015. I had no idea how it was going to happen, but I had no idea how a lot of things happen. We've done collectively as this organization since I brought it back to life in 2005. But everything's been right on the schedule. Project Prometheus, Project Zarathustra, all the projects were right on time, all right? So we are very happy to be announcing Project Zarathustra has culminated in now Barydyne Group, and Project Prometheus is launching to take Dewey's method of cycles and my observations of planetary momentum to explain Dewey's cycles to the world in practical application using natural law and physics, a science of prediction, as Dewey had said in the beginning. Okay, so watch your emails. You're going to get this in email, but watch for follow-up emails. There will be some follow-up phone calls to make sure things are explained. This is your chance to be able to become a member and a shareholder of the Foundation for the Study of Cycles. So thanks for listening, and if there's any questions, either Julio or Milton will be able to answer the questions, and we'll be talking to all of you, I hope, very soon. Take care. God bless. Best trade. Bye now.